Hi guys, in previous session we discussed about how we will enter the data in MS Excel and how we will calculate the data in MS Excel, right? So today we will discuss about the other features which are present in the MS Excel here. So observe the data here, that means table. So here we are having different types of values, that means in the view of a student I entered your degrees subjects and degree subject values here itself. So for the different types of students, there are 5 students are here. So for these 5 students, okay, for these 5 students I entered the marks and total and etc etc. Okay, see, to calculate the percentage in your academics, only the main group subjects will be taken, and the remaining the 4 papers which you are have to write, these are has to be considered as the qualifying papers only. These are mandatory to qualify, but these are not mandatory to calculate. That means these are not taken, these values are not took to calculate your percentage for the graduation itself. So these are the 3 things they only to calculate the percentage here. So already we know that how to calculate the total with in the form of sum. That means that is the formula is the sum equals to sum of cell values G2, H2 and I2. Yes, right? Why G2? This is the G column name and this is the 2, that is the row name. So G2 that cell name is, and H2 the cell name, and I2 the cell name. So finally you will get the value for equals to J2, H2 and I2. For example, if you are having the values in the form of columns, see, up to now we calculate the row values. Yes, if for present I want to calculate the column values. For this, to explain for the better purpose, I am taking the different values here. Okay, so first one is ingredient name. So ingredient, the name is, that means for the list which we will take the ingredients for home. Yes, and here I am having amount. Okay, amount, let me increase the size. Amount, yes, right. So the first one, the ingredient name is, see here, this is the G14, this is the H14. So G13, from G13 I am taking the values. For the first ingredient we will buy the sugar for our home, and we will buy different types of dals, just like chana dal and urad dal. Okay, and different types of species like tamarind, next turmeric, that may be a powder or different type turmeric powder, and different types of talcum powders also we will bought them, talcum. Next deodorants we will buy them, deodorant. Yes, deodorants. Next we will take different types of values up to 10 or 12. Okay, so chocolates and biscuits and some different soaps. Yes, soaps and shampoos and let me get some more one like yeah, surf, and finally bath soaps, wash soaps and cleaning and finally I will write about books. Okay, we will buy them, maybe pen and pencils also, pen, pencils. I want these type of different types of data up to 10 or 10 plus to explain the topic in better way. So I am entering the amount which has been paid for them. So okay, I am entering the amount for it. Sorry, deodorants will come in the plus of 100 only, not for 45 itself. And chocolates for 50 rupees you bought, and the biscuits also for the 50 rupees you bought, and the for soap you provided 34 rupees, for shampoos 75 rupees, for the surf 150 rupees, wash soaps for 20, that means single one, maybe at 20 rupees for cleaning items. Books you bought for different types of books for 500, and you bought the pens for 50 rupees, and you bought the pencils for 20 rupees. So these are all the values which are has been present. So from H13 to H29. So I want the total amount here. Okay, so here I am entering the formula again, equals to sum. Next H13, that means the first one. See, it has been selected, and in the regular way we will write H14 also. Automatically it has been selected. That means you have to write up to H13 to H29. It is somewhat difficult and somewhat boring also. So instead of writing like that, H13 colon the last one, H value is 29. See, each and every one will be selected in between H13 to H29. So this is the another way. That means our work will be somewhat easy. Yes, and after clicking that, automatically the total value has been calculated. So like this we will calculate the column values also. For rows also, if you want to calculate all these, you will write the from here itself, that means C6 to J6. Okay, for example I am writing here, so equals to sum of C6 colon J6. See, all of them has been selected. 56 to total value also it has been calculated, and it will provided the output value here. So there are two types to calculate the values. Okay, then here observe, I am entered the total. After the total I calculate the result also here. In the last session we didn't discuss about this. Yes, now we will discuss about this. So for the better, I am going to open the notepad version and see. Here I entered this formula in the MS Excel itself. For the BSc students, you are already aware about the if condition. It has been present in the C language, but the approach is the format is same, but the approach is different. That means in if condition, first of all it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will give the some value. If the condition is false, it will give another value as the output. Yes, right? Here also it will check the condition. So the syntax for this is if. First of all we have to write the condition. Then if the condition is true, the true will be executed. If the condition is false, the false statement will be executed. Okay, sir, here we check the different types of conditions. Yes, so to check one or more cells as the single condition, we use the AND here. You will know what the AND means. That means if the C2 value is greater than 30 and the D2 value is greater than 30 and E2 value is greater than 20, F2 is greater than 20 and G2 greater than 30 and H2 greater than 30 and finally I2 greater than 30, then it has to be shown as pass. if any one of this condition is failed, then it has to be shown as failed. This is the condition I wrote there. Okay, so if any one of them, so if any one of the condition, if the any one of the statement is that means if any one of the cell is not satisfied this condition, automatically it will shows the fail. See here, subject 1 having 21 marks, so that means G2, see G is here, that means this one is G6 na, so G6 greater than or equals 30, here it is not greater than or equals 30, it is 21 only, so automatically the student has get the result as fail. Okay, and we know that how to calculate the percentage, that means average value. Yesterday itself we discussed about how to calculate the average. Now here I am displaying that if the student got first class or second class. Okay, so here I selected as the total value, total, that means it has the percentage. The percentage has to be greater than 65, then it has to be shown as first class. If the percentage is less than 65, then it has to be shown as second class. I wrote like the condition like that, automatically the condition has been displayed. Sir, here the person is failed, so it has to be displayed as failed. For the example purpose only, I wrote the condition like this one. Okay, so next, if you want to sort the names in the form of ascending order, select the name and select the sort and filter here itself, and select, if you want to display them as ascending order, you can select as the capital A to Z. If you want to sort them from descending order, if you can select Z to A. Okay, automatically it will be sorted, the values has been sorted. If you want to see who is the topmost person in the subject 2, see in the subject 2 you want to see who is the topmost person, that means smallest to largest or largest to I want to see largest person, so I will select largest to smallest. Automatically it will be sorted, the value will be sorted. So 88 is the topmost marks and 34 is the least marks the students got. Okay, then I want to see who is the topper, so the Lokesh is the topper here. Yes, like this we will calculate the we will sort the data from one to another, that means maybe in ascending order and in descending order. Okay, and if you want to find some value, that means or some person who is present here or not, so click, say go and click here, find and select, or otherwise you can directly use the shortcut key Ctrl+F, automatically the value will be displayed. So here I want to find Suresh is present or not. I am clicking on find all. Yes, Suresh is there. I want to select I want to check Ramesh is present in this list or not. Find all. No, see here MS Excel cannot find the data you are searching for, that means no Ramesh is there. If you want to replace the data, that means if you want to replace the name from one to another, that means here Ragini is the name there. Yes, Ragini is the name, and I want to replace that name with the Ramesh and click on replace. Don't click on replace all, automatically each and every name will be replaced as the Ramesh. Only I want to replace the Ragini name with the Ramesh and clicking on replace, then the Ragini, why, 1 second, so find what Ragini is there, find out, yes Ragini is present. I want to replace the value Ragini to Ramesh, automatically see the Ramesh has been changed, Ragini name has been changed into the Ramesh. Okay, By this you can find a value which has been present in the Excel format or in the MS Word also. You can use the Control plus F option, and in the MS Word also you will replace the words. Okay, it is also possible to sort the values in MS Word itself. And if you want to merge the cells, that means you want to select, I am going to apply the color for here. First of all, I am selecting this one and I am applying the color. Okay, I am applied the color here. See, it is the different cell. Yes, right, it is the different cell. By clicking this one, I want to merge all these three now, and go on the merge and center here. Automatically the merge cells, then it will be considered as the same cell. Up to now we selected them as the different cells, right, in the up to previous, but now it has been selected as the one cell. That means the cells has been merged. It is useful in some different creation of tables, and it is the row. And if you want to merge the columns also, you can select the merge. For the displaying, I am going to insert the color. See, columns are also merged. So by this you can merge the values here. If you want to delete different values, you can delete them. For example, I want to insert a cell here. I am going to click the insert option here, and I am inserting a cell. See, automatically a row, the cell row will be inserted. Okay, I want to delete the row. Automatically you can delete the row. Okay, so like this you can delete and insert the rows. If you want to delete this one, see, delete cells, automatically the cells will be deleted. If you want to insert a column in before or after, see, insert cells, automatically the columns will be inserted at right. If you want to insert them at left, right click here and insert, automatically it will be inserted the right itself. Okay, if you want to insert them, you can insert them. If you want to delete them, you can delete them, like this. Okay, and the next one here, this is the data, 3 subjects data I am selected. For this I want to design the charts. That means I want to see them in the form of charts. That means you are already aware about the charts. That means while you are watching news, that means listening news, to display about Bombay Stock Exchange values, that means Sensex values, they will show them in the form of lines like this. Yes, they will show them in the form of like this, or otherwise they will show them sometimes in the form of columns, right? So if you want to insert the charts in the MS Excel, or if you want to display some information in the form of charts, you can select the charts option in the insert menu by selecting the values. Different types of values you can select, and for these values you can insert the charts for them. Okay, like this you can insert the charts, and we will discuss about how we can apply the paragraph settings for this also. That means in the form of page layout, we will have the margins here, how we have to apply the margins, how we can apply the paragraph settings, and different things. So we will discuss about this topic in the uh, word software because it was somewhat easy to understand. So up to now this is the class. Thank you.